Hey guys, Raiden here, and we are back with Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Now, we're on Mission 3, and before I start this mission, I'd like to show you guys a bit about the power-ups. I don't feel like I talked enough about them, and how Virgil works, so I'm going to kind of go over what he has. He has Yamato, which is his, if I could call it his basic moveset, I should say. It's his unique sword that I guess Dante and Nero get here too, but it was originally Virgil's sword. So keep that in mind. It has a lot of useful moves, including Judgment Cut, which I have yet to get. That looks sick. He has Beowulf, which is my least favorite, just because, I don't know, for combo artists, I'm sure this is an awesome weapon. But, in my opinion, I just don't like slow weapons. That's just me. And Force Edge is pretty much Dante's moveset that he has with Rebellion. I mean, it has some differences, but for the most part, it's just Dante's moveset. He has Summon Swords, which replaces his guns. I talked about this. But the upgrades for it, Summon Swords 2 and 3, I would get those as soon as possible. They make juggling super easy. And if you get Spiral Swords, which I do have, you can actually create a ring of swords around you. And that helps a ton. It keeps consistent damage up and keeps your combos going. But it does deplete some of your Devil Trigger gauge. You have Storm Swords, which are basically Spiral Swords, but you use them on an enemy. Also needs Devil Trigger gauge. And lastly, we have Blistering Swords, which is, I should say, almost a charged version of Summon Swords. Also depletes Devil Trigger. And lastly, you have Heavy Rain Swords, which is basically swords that fall from the sky, and apparently stops your target. So all these are really, really cool. I'm deciding on what to get. There's also Trigger Heart for your Devil Trigger. I don't know what that is. Well, Devil Trigger is active, the depletion of the... Okay, so it basically allows you to stay in Devil Trigger for longer. There's Speed, which makes it so that if you're running around, you might get a sudden boost of speed. Or you will get a sudden boost of speed no matter what. You just have to be running out of combat. It may even work in combat. But you just have to run for a little bit, and sooner or later you'll speed up. There's Get More Orbs, which just increases the range in which you can receive orbs. And there's Enemy Step, which is super useful for combos. I hope to make a whole video on enemy stepping. And then if you really want to and don't really care to customize which order you get items or skills in, there's Auto Skill Up, which will automatically acquire your skills. The optimal skills. So if I do that right now... Oh, wow, there's actually a few options. There's Orthodox, which is balanced. There's Variety, which is a variety of skills. And there's Novice, which basically just gives you the most easy-to-use moveset. Right now, I kind of want to top off Yamato, but I have everything for it. So I want to put something into Force Edge. I think I'm going to go ahead and get Stinger 2, just for the farther travel. It's going to make sure that enemies don't get out of my range too much. And there's nothing we can buy here at the moment. We're good. Alright, let's start this mission. So this is one of the missions I did as Virgil earlier. I've only done the first 5 missions. I think there's 20 something. So, and once again, I haven't even got to warm up. And that's something I need to do for this game more often before I start playing. The only reason I don't play off screen and practice my combos a ton is because I don't want you guys to... That's it. I don't want to get all these upgrades and then come back with you guys and be like, hey guys, Raiden here. Look at me with max health and max Devil Trigger on Mission 3. There we go. I'm only getting C's, but it's kind of cramped in that. It's kind of cramped. My voice just cracked. That's bad. I should be past that stage by now. But, oops. There's a red orb I kind of want down there. The only way I truly know of getting it is by, yeah, doing that. And I think there's another item. Yes, there is. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Hold on. It's been a while. It's been a while. There we go. Yep. No, that's the wrong way. Oh, man. I'm bad at this. This section is awful. I got it. I finally got it. Okay, so I just discovered on that second to last one. I never actually knew this was here. Huh. But what you basically have to do is once you get to this one, you have to wait till you come back down. Like that. If you just keep mashing it, you're never going to get to the top. So, anyways, now that I'm done fooling around for an hour. Shoot, I just forgot how to dodge for a second. I pushed the wrong button. That's awesome. I love the aerial rave B combo. Okay. So, once again, I think the thing I'm the worst at in this game is definitely platforming. So, don't expect me to go by these platforming sections easily. So, we're going to run into a new enemy type pretty quick here. I'm not sure how to combat them as Virgil yet. I'll try my hardest to figure out a likable, not totally useless strategy. Like, just say, oh, activate Devil Trigger and beat them up. No, I won't do that. I'm going to try and figure out this the best way I can. See, I've always been playing Witcher until now, and I thought commentating is easy. Why don't I just do it over Devil May Cry? And trying to talk in the middle of combos, I discovered, is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Oh, there's actually a cutscene here. Okay, so here we are. Ow. That was fast. The thing I hate about rolling is that I can only roll left and right. But a good thing to keep in mind about these guys is they can be juggled. That's probably the best way to take them out, essentially. And also another tip that I have problems getting used to is get used to switching to more than just one trigger. Because what I tend to do a lot is I will learn switching weapons is I always switch to Force Edge after I use Yamato. And I'm like, oh, I need to switch weapons. So instinctively, in the short time frame I have, I switch to Force Edge, of course. The problem with that is when I'm using Force Edge and I want to go back to Yamato, is that I accidentally switch to Beowulf. So, just a quick tip for the road. So, this section's probably going to be long. That is, if I don't screw everything up and end up dying. Oops. Yeah, all these chairs are breakable. If you want, you can go ahead and try and break them all. They give quite a bit of red orbs. I usually spend time breaking everything in here, but I'm not going to bother doing that. Okay, so our next step. You now have the power to destroy this rusted coffin. Only that which makes an impact will break it. Oh, well, I guess we're going to have to search for something that makes an impact. And it's practically going to be the longest series of get this, go there items I have ever... I can't even see what's going on right now. What? Okay, so there we go. I'm trying to remember the layout of this. I know we need to get in there. I believe at the back of this hallway is... There is something here. You can see it on the mini-map. And I think I remember how to get to it. So I'll show you guys that later. But right now, our first goal is really to get to the end of this hallway. I know there's doors that I'm missing, but there's no need to go there yet. Awesome. Brutal. The thing that's really cool about Virgil's teleports is that they are not essentially just short-range teleports. As long as you have the summon sword in them, you can go any range, which is nuts. You'll probably like Virgil if you like offensive playstyles, because he doesn't really like backing down from a fight, I should say. Okay, we did that. If you like feeling like a complete elitist and like you're way more powerful than your enemy, I feel like you'd enjoy playing Virgil, because it encourages you not to move. So, I just came out the wrong door. Hold on. Hold on. I messed up. So, it encourages you not to move around too much. But at the same time, it's not like, hey, don't move. You're going to have to run a little bit. And it's just kind of... It is very swift in your movement from enemy to enemy. By the way, I never talked about these red doors. If you don't know what these are, that just means that you have to defeat every enemy in the room before you can continue. I want to try these. Okay, so that was pretty useful. Excuse me, I'm not locking on at the moment. And top it off. So that should, as I said, just defeat every enemy in the room and you'll gain entry. So here, I don't remember, but I believe this part plays out differently for the other characters than it does for Virgil. You now have the power to destroy this rusted statue. Okay, this is the part that really got me, because it's more platforming. And the thing about platforming is it's not just grab this and go here. You have to really wait, because if you wait on that, there's a delay, I should say. Like, the deeper you get, the more of an angle you're going to go at. So it's best for this section just to get from point to point as fast as possible. Because if you wait till you drop, then there's going to be a problem. I just messed that up majorly. And I'm going to show you guys another little thing. Is that if you fall back down here, you have to fight the enemies all over again. What a hassle, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so our enemies are gone, and I'm not going to mess it up this time. Promise. I saw that in the trailer they had variant costumes, and I'm not sure how to unlock those yet. Because I know I had the almost like demon-looking Virgil costume. But... Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate. Okay, so that thing stops. That's good to know. There we go. We got it. Okay, so there, like, I know there's the devil-looking Virgil costume, which I assume also changes his devil trigger look. But there's also color variants to the characters. Like, I think... Oops. I think he actually gets a more of a Dante color, like a red cloak. Nero gets a Virgil color, which is a blue cloak. Oops. I'm messing this up. There's actually a really cool item up here if you can manage to get up there. There we go. I believe there was a shard there, but I might have picked it up while I played this earlier. I would check for yourself just to make sure. Alright, so as far as our next part goes, we're going to have to go for a little bit of a run in this amazing looking castle area. Wow. Yeah, so the thing about these guys is, I know you're probably used to the other guys by now, but don't expect to be able to just stun lock these guys into oblivion, because that's just not gonna... Ow! Jesus. Sir. And you also can't keep these guys up in the air with summon swords, so that's one little difference. Okay, so we got him. I'm still learning how to combo those guys effectively. I'm probably, after this episode, I'm probably going to go back and work on my aerial stuff. The problem is, combo practicing is hard until you unlock the harder difficulties, I would say, because of the fact that the enemies just die too quickly. Okay, so here's another statue. Unlike the last one we encountered, we're going to have to get a much higher rating, so this might take a little bit. Oh, wow. Actually, isn't stun her, too. Sorry if I'm a little quiet while I'm doing this. These guys give you a little bit of a chance to practice, though. Sorry if I'm taking so long. Remember, still getting used to Virgil. Okay, so it's smoking. It appears it wants an SS rank out of us. That's kind of difficult. But we can get it. See, as I said, the key is just using a variety of weapons. Well, let me jump step off of her. I guess it will. Wow, I am having a harder time than I did earlier. Oh, there we go. We got it. Okay. So, that was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Once again, if you're a veteran DMC player, I might not be as good as you, per se. So, if you feel like yelling at me at the comments that I'm doing something wrong, go ahead and do it. No, I'm completely serious. Go ahead and do it. Because it helps me learn, and then in future episodes, or future guides that I'm going to try to do, it's going to help out people who are watching. And I just got cleaved. Let's go ahead and activate. I don't use Devil Trigger enough. I'm so used to not having it up all the time like I do kind of here. Okay, I forgot that enemy doesn't spawn yet. There's a very scary variant of the enemy we just fought, and it spawns there, and that is probably my least favorite enemy in the whole game, because it's just so annoying and it appears so little, and I still haven't mastered fighting it yet. I mastered fighting a lot of things yet. It appears that there's nothing up here. Oh. I think there was a shard up here, actually. It was on this side. Okay, so let's just activate this. Remember, I'm also just playing this game kind of for fun. I'm not like a... I don't try to get the highest score. Eventually, after I play a lot of it, I'm sure I will be able to come out with more adequate guides and combos. But at the moment, I wanted to bring this this playthrough to you guys blind. Because a lot of people don't do that with Devil May Cry. They think, oh, yeah, I've always been this good. I always get SSS ranks all the time. Ever since I started. I can't believe you're so bad. This game's so easy. And I see that all over the internet, and I'm like, are you really sure about that? Are you really? I want to show you guys that I've been playing Devil May Cry for years, and even I have problems with this stuff. So now he's moved out of the way. Now we get an A. I want to try using... Whoa. I want to try using Stinger. Or how do I get trillion stabs? I was doing it earlier and I forgot. Oh my goodness, I just realized something about Force Edge that I didn't notice before. Force Edge is... Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, so if you haven't noticed for some move... Okay, I need to try that once more. What? Okay, so... These combos with Force Edge. Okay, that is nuts. That is insane. Sorry, I just haven't had much of a time to look at my different combos. And I haven't been trying out Force Edge's combos because of the timing on them. I've just been using its basic. I'm going to use that in a second. Well, actually, we're going to run into some new enemies in a second, so I might not get to. Let's take a look at this statue and see if we have the required amount to... No, not of Proud Souls. Of items, we can afford another purple orb, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Alright, so now we're poor again. So here we're going to run into some very new enemies. Okay, so for these guys, really, all you have to do is get behind them. It's not that hard. Or get them in the air to combo them. Because if you get in front of them, they'll start blocking your strikes. Like that. And then eventually, if you keep hitting them, they'll parry you. Like that. And they can also fly, by the way. So, Virgil's actually very good for taking these guys out in that case because of his teleporting abilities. The best bet, I just realized, to taking them out while they're in air is make sure you find them, teleport to them, and then... I don't think this is called a Helm Breaker, is it? I don't know what it's called. I'm going to look it up right now. You're going to use your... Yeah, it's still called a Helm Breaker. So you're going to go ahead and use your Helm Breaker on them after you've teleported, and it should bring them straight to the ground. Okay, so now we found the Anima Mercury. An artificial soul made using alchemy breathes life into the inanimate. And that will conclude Mission 3. With my horrible ratings. Yeah, I only got an A. But, anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. I can't wait to put out this episode and the next. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. If you think I'm doing a great job explaining things to you guys and doing this the best I can, then subscribe. I would welcome it, and I would be very thankful. I will catch you guys next time. Raiden out.
People live close to the earth and the sky.